back. We're back in the United States of America.
Yes.
We're back from Europe. It's been a long trip, but we're back. First things first, Masonic Smoker Podcast Patreon. Everybody become a member if you're not a member yet. That means everything to us. Make sure you're a Masonic Smoker Podcast Patreon member. You know the spiel. You know, the only way Santa is real is if people go buy presents. The only way Masonic is real if you guys become a Patreon member. And go buy some t-shirts and seeds. MasonicSeeds.co, 10 packs for $100. Email me at edgarmasonic@outlook.com. Go to MasonicSeeds.co. Go check out all the best flavors at the best price. First place, second place, third place. We just took first place again for another dope grower out in Arizona at the Earl Cup. Placed 11th out of 65 entries in Barcelona at Masters of Rosin. We should have been 10th, I heard, but there was a judge that scored us really low. But either way, we're just going to keep pushing. MasonicSeeds.co, Masonic Smoker Podcast Patreon, YouTube. Fucking, there's probably 10 other things I'm missing. MasonicsOnFairfax.com. Free seed day, April 15th. Everybody come, spend some money, grab some free seeds. Can't wait. Frank Castillo in the house.
From the Barcy Project, son.
Barcy Projects, Dougie. Oh. And fucking spontaneously, Dab Av just happened to walk in, and I'm like, sit your ass down right here, baby, because he came from Barcelona as well, so it's like fucking perfect timing. Thank you for being willing to sit down with us, Dab Av, man. Thank you.
Okay, got you.
Thank you, man. Dab Av, fucking Frank Castillo, Masonic Smoker, all at the same place, doing it all over again, like we did in Barcelona. How many times did we bump into you in Barcelona?
Probably about 5 or 6 times. It was great.
Yeah.
Everywhere we stopped by, we were taking dabs everywhere. It was amazing.
You were taking dabs everywhere.
I was taking dabs everywhere.
You specifically, you travel to every event with your rig and everything, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like a dab bug. So whenever I need a dab, it's like I'm not gonna wait on someone to give me a dab. I just need to get my dab ready. I need to have it ready.
Which is funny because you and me we were like strict adherents of like smoking at the house.
Yeah,
we don't want to have anything on us when we move. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Just because
it's smart.
Yeah.
That's how I like to navigate.
It's smart.
I look like a fucking stoner.
Yeah.
I'm already
wearing tie-dye.
I wear tie-dye. He wears tie-dye. I have crazy hair. I probably smell like weed half the time. And when we went, it was hot this year, huh?
It was warm.
I mean,
yeah.
It was the warmest it's been.
No, I meant like as in like it was hot.
Like the police.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
How many of our
you
friends
couldn't walk
ended
in
up-
with Pelicans or anything. Good thing I had this Pelican that was called, it's a 1560. It's huge. So it comes with like this pull part. You pulling it. It's looking like luggage. I look like a regular travel.
Yo, we want to thank our special sponsor, Buddy's Bodega, cannabis lifestyle brand, delivery service operating out of New York, California, and soon other states. Make sure you guys tap in with them for any of your cannabis needs. That's buddiesbodega.com and buddiesbodega.shop on Instagram. You guys can give them a follow. Big special thank you to Buddy's Bodega for, supporting Masonic Smoker. Peace.
Or like on tour in Barcelona, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they didn't really think anything of me. I'm walking down Las Ramblas, hitting all the cobblestone streets, like 2 a.m. from Terps Army. It was fun. I was having a blast.
Oh, that was interesting. So it's like his whole thing was like blend in like a regular tourist.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yo, did you know pelicans are made like here in like close to LA somewhere?
Yeah.
Like
Gardena.
Yeah. Do you know they're made of pelicans?
Yeah, straight up.
Pelican beaks.
Pelican beaks. Only once they drop off the babies.
Yeah. When all right, so how many of that really got fucking? Yeah. All right, so how many of our friends ended up getting in trouble?
All right, I know.
You don't want. I mean, we don't. Have to say
I'm not going to say any names, but
Yeah.
I know 1, 2 off the top of my head. I'm a little foggy
because
right
I know there
now.
was the bus incident.
Oh, 3.
Yeah.
I think Brandon don't mind. Brandon, Third Gen Family Farms, pre-ego clash. All right, let's start from the beginning. Before
That's what I was saying. Let's start. All right, so
you ain't lying. All right,
so you go a day out ahead of me.
Yeah.
I go a day.
What day
after.
did you get there?
I got there. We flew out the 5th. I landed on the 6th.
So he got there a day before me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
6,
So-
7, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you do the first day you got there?
First day I got there, it was like, here's the rule. When you're traveling east, you can't go to sleep.
Yeah.
So like you literally have to get there and stay awake until it's like midnight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do that, you're not gonna reset. You're like stuck in time, and you're like sleepy during the day, and it's fucked up. So, anyways, so we got there, and right
Let's put a
away,
pin in that.
I was
Let's put a
there
pin
with
in
my
that.
wife.
'Cause
I
I
was
gotta
there with
tell
my
you.
wife, so
Yeah.
it's pretty easy. Like I'm just keeping her awake. We're keeping each other awake, and as soon as we get there, she booked us flamenco dinner tickets. So we went to go watch a flamenco dinner. It was awesome.
What is flamenco?
You don't know what a flamenco
Oh,
is?
that's the guitar.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the
yeah.
guitar. It's the
Sick.
guitar.
I
and
found
like,
out what that
and
was
like
this year.
Expression dancing and through the guitar music. It was amazing. So we had this
Fucking
special
sick,
dinner. Yeah, we stayed awake. We were up, and then like I was after the flamenco. I was like really tired, but yet I was just like.
What time is
I
this?
needed. This is probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock their time.
All right.
Which at that time we were 9 hours difference.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was super tired from the flight and everything, but I needed to socialize and smoke a little bit. So we headed up to Terps Army the first night and got lit. Yeah, that's like my landing spot.
So
like, for the night.
speaking of staying up,
Okay, so we'll let. Okay, I guess we'll just tell the story. So, how late did I sleep the first time?
oh my God. So I'm telling Frank the same thing. Like, hey, you got to stay up. We're gonna stay up because it'll reset
we
your
did,
shit.
yeah.
And we did. And he got home, and we slept, and I let him sleep. Like his 12 hours or whatever. But it like got into like 13 hours. And
Because I had closed the windows in the
Oh, yeah.
Airbnb room, and I didn't realize how like dark it gets everything. So I had like woken up because I heard coughing because he was dabbing. So I was like, oh damn! I remember like waking up and looking, seeing the light, and just being like, this motherfucker dabbing at 5:30 in the morning. What the fuck is wrong with him? Right?
No.
Like in my head. And then I go to bed, and then like I wake up. He opens the door. He's like, hey man, it's like 1:30, and I'm like, what? And like I go outside, and I'm like, holy shit, it's
Yeah.
daytime. And I was like, dude, and it wasn't 5 o'clock in the morning he was dabbing at. It was like 11:30
Yeah.
a.m.
He already had coffee. and
Yeah, dude,
everything.
he had
Yeah.
been out, he had done
I,
shit.
I let him sleep in, I
Dude.
like when I travel I've been traveling with Oni and doing the seed thing and Europe. This is my fourth time going.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to be the first one up
Yeah.
because I have to take my shit and I have to shower. And I don't want nobody fucking waiting at the door while I'm trying to let loose, It's
Yeah, yeah.
like,
No, for
so
sure.
so I'm already programmed, when it comes to that. Frank, my friend on the other hand, is like, he's just like, what's the plan for today? Like, and it's fucking perfect for me because
yeah.
he's not at the door either. He's sleeping, He's
You kidding,
our shower times don't ever cross paths. Like,
Perfect
Perfect
travel
roommate.
partner.
Perfect
All
roommate.
right, so we'll go. All right, so let's go back to when we get into town. So you get into
yeah,
town.
I'm the
All right.
6th. You're the 7th.
Yeah.
What happens
So
when
when
you
I
get
get there.
What'd you do
It's
the first day?
so I get there. I fly in Comfort Plus. That's where you get a little bit of extra leg space. It's one level below first class, but first class tickets were like $5,000 to $6,000.
Insane.
I'm like,
Wow.
I'll invest that in something else. I'll just tough it out, give that much leg space. But it was cool, Comfort Plus. Something in my head told me that I was gonna be in the air for like 18 hours, nonstop. Something in my head possessed me, so I'm thinking, like, oh man, like I got to get ready for this trip. No, it was like 5 hours to New York and then 11 to fucking Spain. So it was like, oh, cool. I over expected some shit and I got better. I got
So
better.
it was easier on
It
you.
was way easier on my brain,
That's smart.
So I was like, oh, cool. Like, good thing I didn't get the fucking first class, fucking,
waste.
yeah, it would have been a waste. So the first day I get there, what do? I just fucking, I got to take a shit. I got to take a massive shit. I got to get a blazer. These are the first two things. I need a blazer. So the homie Matt, shout out Matt, he fucking plugged me with a blazer. But then I'm like, it's like my check-in time isn't till 4:30 apparently. And I checked with the lady and she's like, oh, I'm an hour away still. So I'm like, she sends me a message, is it okay, blah, blah, blah. And I hit her with the Karen. I was like, I guess if that's the only option, I guess it is fine. Like some snarky fucking remark. But from my American texting, it didn't correlate to her Spanish speaking. So thank God she didn't get the
snarkiness.
Yeah, she didn't get the snarkiness. She just like hit it with me with a thumbs up. And I'm like waiting. And I'm just like waiting to take a poop pretty much the first fucking hour. I do that. I relieve myself. And what did I fucking do the first day? Fucking probably hit Terps Army, went and grabbed some food and just kind of got in the motions,
Yeah.
And that's about it, Fucking, I'd been there 4 fucking times
yeah.
already. So I'm like, people warned you about me, you know? They're like, Mace stays at his Airbnb.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm like I'll go here, I'll go there, but I'm like just on the Airbnb. I'm chilling. I'm not a big. I'm an in and out type of guy when I go to places. You know, I go eat at a restaurant. I'm in and out, and that's kind of how I am. I'm pretty low key when it
Nice.
goes to traveling.
So then it's the next day. It's I guess Eagle Clash.
Yeah, Eagle
you go
Clash.
to Eagle Clash. So I finally land. I get out of the airport. I catch a taxi to Eagle Clash.
Yep.
We get there. We hang out. We run into everybody from Puffco. It's like, you know, they're doing all the judging and everything. It was great. They had fucking such good food. The food was amazing. They had those like just little
Tapas? Is that?
Yeah, they were just doing
would those be
tapas.
consited tapas?
Kind of.
They were just fucking making
Pieces
stuff.
of pizza,
Dude, every
fucking
10,
little
fucking 15,
sandwiches.
20 minutes,
Yeah.
they were just constantly cranking shit out. It was dope. It was cool to see everybody. Jimmy Devine was out there. I mean, Hope Lord, Fidel's, like, you know, everybody.
Day of Ego Clash. Speaking of Day of Ego Clash, you had went to sleep. Were you landed that day, right?
I landed that day.
So I woke up super, like, I looked at my phone at one point in the morning when I woke up, and it said 12 o'clock. I'm thinking my phone transitioned to military time, and it's 8 in the morning. And I just kind of, it's 8 in the morning, I'll get some extra snooze time. The time for Ego Clash pickups were like 11:45, and like there was 3 roundabouts, you know? And I look at that, and I'm like, I'm still in the green, you know? It's 12 o'clock on the phone. It's 8 o'clock in my head, I think. And then I'm like, so whatever, like I shake off the cobwebs of the morning, and I'm like, oh shit, it's noon already. And I'm like, oh fuck, I'm going to miss the buses. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not.
RDM.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's happening. So I'm like hitting up Sergi Abelan. He's one of the Catalan pimps out there. That's what he calls himself. Extortion extracts. And I'm all like, hey, what the fuck? Where's it at? Blah blah blah. And somehow, some way, he's at the spot, and he's at the DJ booth, and he's like, can't hear you. And I'm just like, whatever, I'll figure it out. I find out where it's at. I get to the place. The DJ space is like this big. Like, the place is this grand. Like, he could have walked.
Oh, for sure.
It was so
and
funny.
it's outside.
And I'm like, you're a piece of shit. Like, as soon as I walk in, and I'm like, whatever. Like,
That's
it's
hilarious.
expected from fucking Sergi's punk
Oh
ass.
my god, it's so funny.
So, and I get there, and Eagle Clash was dope. Fucking, it was like a high school reunion is the
Yeah.
best way to describe it for me. I bump into all the homies that I bump into all the Eagle Clashes that I've been to since like 2019. So what are we, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23? Yeah, we've been in fucking school together for a while, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
So we just bump into everybody. We say hi to everybody.
Did we go? So when we ended up catching a taxi after Eagle Clash back to the Airbnb, did we end up going back out to eat after that?
I think we went
'cause I
to-
think that's when you took me to Catalan.
Yeah,
we ran into Jimmy.
Yeah, Cañete.
Cañete, my bad.
Did you compete at Ego?
No.
No?
No, I didn't.
You just went fucking straight up?
Yeah, I just went.
So Ego Clash this year was like, there's like a big gasp of like the DQ thing that happened.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah,
it,
so-
it happened in NorCal already.
Yeah, it already happened in
It
California.
already happened in NorCal.
So it was to be expected.
So someone
Yeah.
got disqualified because of a jar, right?
No, not somebody. So what happened is that there were like mass entries, right?
Uh-huh.
And what happened up north is he made some towels. They were called the
crying
crying
towels.
towels.
Yeah.
So up north he DQ'd like 15 people or 10 people
Off
right
rip.
off the rip.
Just because of quality?
No, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't really say quality. I'm not going to say they're bad quality. It's not quality. It's just like a quick observation that they're putting eyes and nose to, and then boom. It's a quick like boom.
Oh, it just didn't make the cut.
It just didn't make the cut. Exactly.
Hey, that's part of
That's part of life.
and that's
Yeah.
part of
Yeah.
that selection process. Now it kind of came off the cuff, you know. But that's how things happen sometimes. You don't know what to expect, and sometimes you got to delegate, and that becomes part of the fucking implemented process. And it just so happens that now part of Ego Clash is wiping some motherfuckers off the table
for
real quick.
sure. Oh, yeah.
So you know, and a lot of people are like, oh, this and that. It's like, no, this is the second time it happens. And if you were paying it, like if you're watching the fight videos, because you're a competitor and you're watching the fight videos and you're watching the sport,
Yeah.
you would know
Oh, for sure. Be
that
ready for it.
DQ is the process, and you would know that the hash has to come in a specific jar.
That's very important. It's also told to
Yeah,
everybody.
that's like when I was in like ninth grade or some shit. I had this really strict teacher. He was a history teacher, and his thing was like the whole book had to be complete. Like you couldn't miss a date. If you missed a date, you had to go back and fill that page in. You had to complete the assignment to its whole entirety. Like there's no beating around the bush. So
and
the way I look at that, the analogy I look at that is like you didn't finish the assignment. You have the wrong jar.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know it sounds crazy, but that's how this is done.
No, but think about it. This isn't crazy anymore. Like
the
way I consider things is like these guys are spies.
Yeah.
These guys are like international spies traveling the world with something that's you know, not internationally accepted.
Yep.
And they got to act like spies. So sometimes missions fail.
Yep.
This is a mission. When you get there and you're like, okay, I put in my A work. I did all this work for my whole year. Dude, if you forget to like watch out for the radar or for the sensor when you're robbing the bank, you're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
You know, like you gotta just be, you gotta do the mission.
You gotta be
entirety.
an assassin to the best caliber. You know.
The cool thing is what I see is that when people get knocked off their high horse or knocked off the competition, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. Like you're traveling, you're going all the way out of the country, you're risking your freedom, you're doing all kinds of stuff to get there and just get knocked off. But that shit is gonna develop something inside of you.
It builds character.
Oh, that next year you're gonna be so on point.
You
and
got a
so
story to
sharp.
tell now.
Oh my god! And these guys are like some of the best of the best. I mean, I love Eagle Clash.
Yeah.
Eagle Clash to me is not only a high school reunion because you know I've seen these kids grow up, raised up, and you know get awesome at what they do. But it's also like, okay, this is our one chance, or twice a year we get this opportunity where we get to taste all the best competition there is. Sometimes there's a lot of the same strains, but sometimes there's new shit. And you could really, like, evaluate how good you smoke, you know?
Yeah.
And be like, hey, am I really smoking as good as I think I am? And be like, damn, this is what the next level shit is.
Yeah.
And it's always top notch. I love it.
It is dope. And the way you say that, it's some people live in like in an echo chamber, or in our case, a smoke chamber. You know, and they just know what they know.
Oh, for sure.
You know, I'm well aware of like there's always some better shit out there,
man.
but I get it how I live. You know, and I'm not a fan of like taking smidget dabs. I like taking chonkers. So you know, I get it how I live, and you know, like if in a perfect world, I would smoke dry sift all day of like the best dry sift in the world.
Course,
you know, but you know, we smoke rosin. You know, and that's what we smoke, and that's just how it is. You know, but. In a perfect world, we would smoke the best shit all the fucking time.
Always.
Some people do. All power to them. Me, I'm working on it, you know? Fucking Ego Clash is dope. What another thing about Ego Clash was, you know, just it's like the soul and the heart of you know, the plant in some aspects, because a lot of places you go to, you know, there's a lot of ancillary things going on. Like this is literally just hash makers and growers. And that's it, you know, nothing else, nothing more, nothing less, I like to think. And that's why I like being there. And shout out to Brandon, Third Gen Family Farms. Shout out to
Big
Fahi.
dog.
Fahi has a big thing.
Good job,
and,
Fahi.
and getting everything done there. It was my first time getting introduced to Fahi and, you know, how they do their thing out there. And, you know, it's just stewards of the plant, the best way to describe it.
Yeah, no, they absolutely kill it.
All right, so how would you describe dinner with Jimmy Devine?
Oh, my God. That's how I would describe it right there. That right there. Just nonstop. The chefs are like, I'm like, Jimmy, keep it down.
It's so much fun, though,
Jimmy,
dude.
but he's someone to have a
Explain. I'm not there. What do you
Jimmy
mean?
has a noticeable laugh.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
very. I mean, I have a loud laugh,
Very
too.
distinguishable laugh.
I mean, if you thought my loud laugh was crazy, Jimmy's loud laugh is like insane. So us together, it was just like you just like everyone was just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's happening?
I had to order everything on the menu
Dude,
so
it
we
was
don't get
so
in trouble.
funny, dude. It was
I'm
so
just like,
funny.
just keep them coming, man. I know.
Yeah, dude. It was it was a lot of fun.
They
all
let
right.
us in again.
Yeah, they did. Without Jimmy, though.
Yeah, without Jimmy. Oh, man, you're funny.
what restaurant was this?
Cañete.
Oh, Cañete.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, it was a lot
Cañete's
of fun.
amazing.
Yeah, Cañete.
Shout out Cañete.
Yeah, if you
Or
guys go to
Cañete.
Barcelona, go to Cañete. Hit me up, send me a DM. I'll send you all the pictures. That way you ain't even got to worry about pronouncing.
But running into Jimmy was the perfect example of why Barcelona was so fun, because that's what it was. It was literally like go do weed stuff, walk around, run into friends, go get food. You know what I mean? It was just
James will keep asking me, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to walk around. We're going to turn a corner. We're going to bump into some fucking friends, and we're going to go eat with them. And then we're going to kill time, and we're going to do that 3 times a day for the next 7 days.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
And then we went to Terps Army. What else did we go to? Where was the one that we went to that had Bomberman?
Strain Hunters.
Strain Hunters was cool. Yeah.
Strain Hunters is nice.
It was a lot of fun, and it was funny walking to the Airbnb because I remember like, what's your impression of me every time you would turn around in Barcelona?
Like a kid, like on his phone.
No. But
Oh, yeah, but hey, Frank, hurry up.
dude, it was so fucking funny.
I'm like, Frank, we're gonna have to go running or something when we go back home.
But also, I have flat feet, so my feet just got like we're just hurt.
I'm so sorry.
In Barcelona, you're walking. I have this thing on.
Yeah.
I think me and my wife hit like I want to say like 20 something miles in 1 week.
Jeez.
I looked at him one point and I was like, "Can I just wear Crocs?" And you're like, "Do not wear Crocs." You're like, "I'm not getting mugged."
My buddy, Smoke Hash Not Dope. He made a picture of like, you know, the big dude that dances, the Midwest, Middle Eastern dude, and he's like, this is me in Barcelona after eating tapas all day. He has the big dude's body and buff ass fucking legs. He's like, this is me. I'm like, sounds about right, you know?
I mean, for real, though, it was, yeah.
Super fried food, but you're walking everywhere,
Oh,
dude.
for sure. Did you guys get any crazy taxi?
Oh, just smell.
episode?
Crazy smells. That's
What do
it.
you mean?
Okay, so like taxis are a little different. Like they're a little rude in Barcelona. That's something I gotta say. Like people are just really like cut and
We do have
dry.
a taxi episode.
Like so we me and my wife again we're headed to this place because she's like, hey, let's go out, let's go have a drink or something, let's go do something a little different. I'm like, come on, let's go, we're in Barcelona, hell yeah. So she looks up a spot, she's like, hey, I don't know what this spot's about, but let's just go. I'm like, all right, cool. We jump in the taxi's like, look, I'm not driving down that road, I'm dropping you off right here. And my wife is in heels and I'm like, bro, this is cobblestone and she's in heels. She's going to last like 2 meters and then be like, I can't walk no more. So I'm like, can you turn? He's like, no, I'm going to drop you off right here. So I'm like, okay. You know, they're just cut and dry. So rude about it.
We had one guy. That
Okay,
was like, no.
we had a guy, right? When it's my 4th time going, I'm aware of how they're short, you know. So I'm short with them. I kind of tell them in Spanish. I talk Mexican Los Angeles Spanish. Yeah. They talk Spanish. They talk Catalan Spanish. There's always a different kind, and some of them get me, some of them don't. And they'll be like, "Oh, blah blah blah." I'll be like, "Yeah, whatever, dude. Have it your way." I never argue with these guys. They argue with each other too. So we went to
dude, bro. It was fucking wild.
It got intense. So we're getting dropped off at the dock of the bay. You know, right? The fucking the ports, you know.
Some Otis Redding.
So so we pull up, and our taxi guy, and it's the toll booth guy at the fucking dock, and the taxi guy in Spanish, everything's in Spanish. He's like, hey, is this the road? Is this, you know, blah 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 road? And the fucking toll booth guy's like, this is obviously isn't a road. This is a bay or whatever, a fucking dock, a dock. And the guy's like, well, it says here. This is a road, you know? And he's like, nope, it's a dock. And then it used to be a street though. The toll booth guy's telling them. And I'm like, oh shit. They're just arguing over verbiage right now.
Yeah.
Like they're just arguing.
They're just arguing.
Yeah.
Say the right word.
So fucking.
I might let you in.
And I'm just like, and I'm telling Frank, I'm like, hey, they're like arguing right now. Yeah. So they're not arguing with me, but they're arguing right now. And I'll be like, hey, you know, carrer, you know, everything. It's not calle. No. It's not carrera.
No.
It's carrer.
Yeah.
Carrer de blah, blah, blah. When I first used to go, I'd be like, carrera.
Yeah,
they'd be like, carrera. No, carrer. Yeah. And I'm just like, here.
Yeah.
And it's like fucking one syllable, like it's like tomato, bro. That's what we're arguing over. Yeah. And that's the taxi. And the smell can be like, it's a flip of the coin, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like either one of those rides with the fucking head out the window or some dude who knows how to fucking wash his ass.
Yeah. Or actually went home the night before.
Fucking A, man. That shit kills me. And it's already a thing. Like, I'm like, is this going to be a stinky one? Is this going to be a fresh one? Like, on my ride back, I got a stinky one.
Did you guys try the Metro at all?
I did. It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't do the Metro here.
No?
in
I wouldn't
LA.
do it
Oh no,
here.
why would you?
You know, but
I have.
do it
so I
here.
have like this thing like the metro don't get you far. You know,
the metro's fucking rocked. To certain places,
so
it's
I
like
didn't,
amazing.
I didn't know. You know, I'm
Yeah.
just like, just fucking taxi it everywhere.
Oh, it's
you know?
different in Spain.
Yeah.
Like
So-
Spain is really good.
We'll go through Spannabis. I
Yeah.
mean, that was easy. Like Spannabis.
Did you go to
itself was
Spannabis?
Like it was
Yeah, I
like a
dropped
trade
by.
show. It was cool.
I
You
went.
scored a lot of seeds.
I felt obligated to go. I felt like it's my job to go.
Yeah, I agree. Me too.
Because I'm a seed breeder and fucking people there know me and they I don't necessarily show face there, so this is my perfect time. Brandon, third gen, let me crash at his booth too, so I didn't want them to think like I'm too fucking cool or like pass up on that opportunity.
Neglect the opportunity.
Yeah, like that's a great opportunity. It helped me so much. I sold so much seed at that booth. Like it was great, you
I
know.
bet, yeah.
Shout out my homie Cali Ibiza. He's a dude from Ibiza. He let me crash at his booth, but then I love him, but fucking Brandon Big Dog was like, hey, fucking crash with me. I was like, he's like, you got seeds, Big Dog? I was like, come on, doggy, you know I got beans
That's
on
my
me, you
name,
know.
Mace.
Does a bear wipe his ass with a bunny rabbit? You know, like hell yeah, I got beans, and I did really well. I had a great reception in Spain. Fucking, I managed to cover my nut and fucking just get by on the beans, man.
Yeah, no,
Thank
for sure.
God. It was so good.
Took me to dinner a bunch. It was
We
nice.
I'll just fucking throw money at Frank. I'll be like, here.
I was like, oh,
Here, Frank.
Oh, this is what it's like being a hot chick. Oh, this is so good. Yeah, the whole trip was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Are there any specific seeds that you got that you're like, okay, I'm stoked about this?
Karma Genetics whole lineup. On that note, I want to give away a pack today
Okay.
on the live or whatever on this video. We'll go on the Patreon, look through the members, fucking give away a pack. So Karma Genetics whole lineup, I grabbed. Karma Genetics is a fucking G. He does crosses to Sour Diesel, BX2, crossed them to this, crossed them to that. I grabbed the whole lineup. There's a breeder seed company called Serious Seeds out there. They have a cool, dope, old school, like I would say legacy line. I grabbed some from there. I grabbed some of the Grateful Seeds. He's a Spanish breeder and producer out there.
Italian.
¿Verdad?
Good friends of mine,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. And also Basque Family Farms or Basque Triangle Farms, I think they call themselves. They won first place, Spannabis and a couple other things. I grabbed their seeds that they made as well. So I went in and grabbed some of the stuff from the breeders from out there.
Yeah,
you know?
that's very cool.
And I brought it back home with me.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
I did that last year, and I did a little rosin drop this year out there with all the seeds that I got from them last year.
That's
so it was pretty
fucking
cool.
dope.
It was
That's
like
sick
a
with it.
little touch to
That-
a
that-
little something.
That's where it's like, to me that's like true. That's art. To me that's like the coolest shit that I could do is do things like that. It's like go far fucking out and wide, grab something, bring it back with me. And in your case, you grew it and fucking brought it back yourself. In my case, I just make more seeds and put it into the system, you know,
Yeah.
and then eventually that comes full circle, you know.
For sure. No, for sure. Even with your seeds, like we take them everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah,
Fuck
we
yeah.
travel and we make sure we put them everywhere.
Hell
Sure.
yeah, I appreciate
Yeah.
that, big dog. Costa Rica.
Shout out to Costa Rica.
Yeah, Costa Rica going heavy on the
For
Masonic
sure.
seeds.
And all the Macy's and the Wilson, baby.
Wilson numero uno, baby.
Was there anything else that like stands out? I think that was pretty much like this.
Food.
Yeah, I mean the food was great.
Walking,
A lot
taxis.
of walking, taxis.
Spannabis was cool.
Oh.
It was packed.
Batty boy.
Oh my God! So,
Let's also recap my comedy shows.
Yes,
But
please.
first, let's talk.
so I have a friend named James that we went to hang out with,
Owes me 20 euros.
and James he's special. We're hanging out. We're in a dark alley, and we're just saying "Bati boy." We're just saying "Bati boy."
Which we should explain what it
A
means.
Bati boy is like
It's in patois, means a man that likes men.
yeah. So that's what it means, and we're just saying it because it sounds cool.
Which I think it's also like I'm pretty sure it's in a song.
I don't know why we were
Because
fucking saying
I
it.
just remember someone kept singing it or saying it or whatever, and
Yeah.
it was like, and then we just kept saying it was like Betsy Boy Tings, just dumb shit. It's something you shouldn't say to another man. You know what I mean? Like,
So we're hanging in a dark alley, and these three dudes.
and I keep saying Barcy
These,
projects.
these three dudes are like walking through the alley, and my buddy James is like, "Oh, he's a Bati boy," and I'm just like,
Me and Edgar just go, oh.
and the
my
guy goes,
God.
"What's up?"
Yeah, and we're
like in
just-
Spanish, and I'm just like, you're so lucky.
I was like, you're fucking so
you're
dumb.
you're so lucky, bro. You're so lucky.
Oh my! To
Dude.
the strangers,
Dude.
you just said that.
Dude.
Like he thought he said it like under his breath or something.
It was so quiet in that alley. Like he couldn't have screamed it any louder than the
Like
way
a
he said
spotlight hit him after that.
it. Bro,
and then he
it
tries
was
to talk his way out of it, like, oh, like they don't even know, and I'm
They look
like,
like an improv group. I'm
Oh.
like, why don't you shut up,
Oh my god!
dude?
but yeah, the fucking hole in the wall comedy store. What do they call it? The Comedy Clubhouse Barcelona.
Comedy Clubhouse Barcelona.
That
yeah.
shit's dope. There's like, it's underground. It's like in a cave. It looks like there's like a see-through hole that you can see under. Nonstop
It's a cool
drinks for all my people that drink. you
That
know?
first show, how like, because I did not feel good after that first show.
Yeah.
I was like convinced that I fucked up because I was like, oh, like in my head I was like, this is how it's going to be the rest of the week, and I was like, I'm so fucked. So how would you describe the first?
So I seen the first show,
Yeah.
and to me it was like, I've seen you perform here.
Yeah.
You know, if I had to give it like out of a 10 scale, it was like a 7
Yeah.
to 7.5 of like crowd engagement of them liking it. You know,
They were. I thought it was lost in translation, but it wasn't until after that I did the other shows that they were great.
Yeah.
because they were so much fun. That I realized it was just like, oh, that was probably just like their version of a sensitive audience. It was like a conservative audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they weren't. It wasn't that they were conservative in the sense that they were like, oh, we like comedy, but we don't like this comedy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, come on, we have to joke about that. And it's kind
Yeah.
of like that. It was like, oh, you guys.
You're like
you
this
guys-
group.
Yeah, you guys all care about stuff. Okay, yeah.
Jesus Christ, don't you hate those guys?
Yeah, leave the morals. Come on, you know what I
You
mean?
should have
Yeah.
finished it with sensitivo.
Yeah.
Fuck. And then you had the second show that I went to was the one I went to,
hmm
and with all the homies and
Yeah.
everything. That one was dope because
Yeah.
only like, I think only I've seen you like 10 times, right?
Yeah.
No one else has seen you like 10 times. So to me, you're like, don't even sit here, and I still sat in there. I was like, I'm still gonna sit here. But you did some new stuff,
Yeah.
so I was like, all right, fucking. I didn't feel like redundant.
No, yeah.
Speaking of redundant, Groundhog Day for me personally, being in Spain, you know, like you can only eat so much, you can only go to the same clubs so much, you can only. I love it dearly.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but some people love it. They're like,
Yeah.
they want to move there and do this to. I can only party so much, guys.
Yeah.
I'm getting old.
Oh, for sure.
As you guys can see, I dab at home. You know, I don't. It's just different. You know, Frank's like, "What are we doing? We're going to Terps Army tonight?" I'm like, "We're gonna go home."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You want to go see the Pixies
Yeah.
live backstage?
And I'm like, no, we got invited to see the Pixies. Yeah, we got invited to go see the Pixies
That's
backstage.
crazy.
I
In
mean,
Spain?
nothing better than sitting at home on the couch. Sitting at home on the couch, Pixies.
Can you name one Pixie song?
That's exactly what I told Frank.
I mean, there's
Champagne
one hit.
Supernova.
There's one
No, I'm
hit.
just
And
kidding.
I named a Cranberry song.
No.
No, that would have been dope.
Yeah.
That would have been dope. I would have been like,
Yeah,
oh, you
I was
missed
like,
out.
wave of mutilation. Where is my mind? And
Where is my mind?
That's pretty
That's
much about it. That's the only reason. And then, so you end up leaving, and then I end up staying for comedy and stuff, which ended up being great. But at some point, I texted you. I was like, I should have just went home.
Yeah, you
with
should have just went home.
Yeah, it was definitely really long trip.
Can't wait to go back, but
Can't
not,
wait to go back.
Not for fucking 10 days.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
for 7 days. Maybe like 3 days. I have to go Ego Clash, so I guess I'm obligated to go the day.
3 to 4.
There's no way.
3 to
There's
4,
only
that's
one
it.
way. It's the day before Ego Clash,
Day
and
after.
probably leave Saturday.
Yeah.
That's the shortest you can make the trip. Because
Especially without the family for me.
Yeah.
It's like once I'm without the family, like my son and the kids, I'm like,
How many kids you got, G?
I got 4.
Damn, what
Yeah.
age? What ages?
The oldest, she's 21.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, Lexine. She's
Hell
a G.
yeah. Hell yeah.
She was with me through all the ghetto craziness. you
That's
know?
what's up. Fuck
I had her
yeah.
when I was 19. It was wild.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next one,
The next one, she's 13.
13.
Yeah. 13, 6, and 3.
Nice. You got every demographic of
Every
that motherfucker.
demographic. my
That's
brother.
what's up, G. That's
I'm gonna
fucking
be a
dope.
papa forever.
That's fucking
nah,
dope.
just kidding. I
That's
don't. I'm already
dope.
retiring soon.
That's what's up.
All right. Anything else you want to cover?
I have kids too. Is my dab ready? All right.
Dab time.
Dab Ab, thanks for coming on, Loco.
Oh, thanks for having me, man.
We're going to have you on another time to just showcase you more than our recap.
One more quick shout out, though, before
Yeah.
this closes. I just want to say a badass story about Mace. So we're at Terps Army. One of my good brothers is there from Germany, and he's like really dedicated to the art and to LSO, doing his job, making sure he like does a good job. I'm over here telling Mace about it. I'm like, hey, Mace, this is my boy. He's about to do great work. And Mace pops out a banana god and's like, here. And then my dude's like, oh, how much do I owe you? And he's like, oh, don't worry, you're Jay's boy. And I was like,
Yeah, hell yeah.
that was
that's
the
how we
shit,
do
by
it.
the way. I just want to give a
That's
big
how
shout
we
out
do it,
to
baby.
Mace,
Come
man,
on,
for
good
that.
plan.
That was dope.
I give away.
That was dope.
I give
wanna
away
give the flowers where
I give
where-
more
where I
seeds
can.
away than I sell. I'm not, when me going to Spain, me going to go showcase my product, me being there. Yeah, I like making money.
Yeah, no, of course.
But I don't go there with that. I go there with I'm just here.
Yeah.
When I go make money, you see me. I'm on live. I'm selling seeds. I'm telling motherfuckers buy shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But when I'm at a show and I have my table there and I'm selling something or I'm in the room, it's I'm just there.
yeah.
I'm there kissing babies and shaking hands.
Yeah,
And that's
sure.
that's
I'm
what I
shaking
do.
babies, kissing hands.
Thank you so much for coming on. Guys,
Thanks for having me.
Masonic
Thank you so
Smoker
much.
Podcast Patreon. Please go support that. MasoniCseeds.co. Dabav, anything you want to plug?
I love Code, Dabav, and the Cone Tech.
Hell yeah,
the
Cone
best
Tech.
slurper pearl there is.
Yeah, the Cone Tech. I've actually got to try the very first wave when you first dropped it, and you know the pearl, the fucking
Oh, yeah,
teardrop.
yeah.
That's them right
Oh,
there.
nice.
That shit helps with getting me higher and spinning the fucking thing up in there.
Yes.
What about you? Fucking how about Peaked and everything else?
Oh yeah, I got peaked. Come watch us on YouTube. New episodes coming out. We got more. We got actually have a producer now, so it's actually nice to have someone schedule and keep me honest. So
That's
it's
what's up.
nice. Yeah, we're cranking them out. Yeah,
Hell
follow
yeah.
me, dog.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys. April 15th, free seed day, 1,000 people. Crockett Family Farms, Exotic Mike, Soulfire Gardens, Bloom Seed Company, fucking Dime Breed, Third Gen Family Farms, fucking James Loud, Cultivated Custodian from Compound. The list goes on and on. We're going to have so many fucking dope heads in the building on Free Seed Day. Please pull up.
Dope.
Make sure you guys come have fun with us. The breeders, the seed makers, the culture, the heart will be here on April 15th, 369 North Fairfax Avenue. Can't wait to see all your pretty faces. Peace.
And then